Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, y'all? Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com. The NFL outcome is done. We've had time to assimilate the numbers. We got stats that show that the numbers are way down. It's only going to get worse. 32 teams, 1,600 active players, about 100 who decided to take a knee. Didn't want to stand up for Donald Trump. Didn't want to stand up for the national anthem. Didn't want to stand up for the flag. Didn't want to stand up for America. Decided they would protest all of that because we know how the NFL works, right? Yeah, all those choir boys that beat their wives and get charged for drugs and dope smoking and things like that and don't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of by the time they get out of the league. Those guys, those stellar citizens, thugs that take their character flaws and get a lot more money and exacerbate their character flaws, which is what they did over the weekend. Yep, 32 players, 32 teams, 1,600 players, 100 who participated, less than 7%, which, by the way, should have the Democrats scared crapless. They should be in fear for their lives in 2018 because they have been trying to get somebody to take on the mantle of Black Lives Matters, and they got all these athletes. They got these are the people that people look up to. All these Colin Kaepernick, and I don't even know all the players because I don't watch football anymore. I can't name you 5 football players. Let's just say if you take away the old school guys like Brady, them white boys, I couldn't name you 3. No, I could probably let me think. Give me just one. What's that receiver for? It's really good. They caught the one-handed catch. I know his last name. Give me a hint. That guy. Anyway, him, maybe a running back. But if it ain't old school, like Anthony Peterson, and he's not totally old school, but you know what I'm saying, somebody that was playing before the new crowd of whiners came in, I don't even know him. I'm proud to tell you I can't name any of these players. Oh, I know. I can see the name Gronkowski. I see that name. I don't know where it's from. I see it. And then there's a dude, the Texan, who raised all that money. That's how many people I know. And I can't even tell you their names. And many of you may be the same. Stop following this stuff. It's a waste of time. Big old babies out there trying to socially change. Social justice warriors. Yeah. And let me tell you, Donald Trump telling them to get that son of a blank off the field right now. If you want to take a knee, take a knee. You know what they aren't taking a knee for? These savages. They're not taking a knee in every city where they visit where black people are being killed in amazing numbers. They don't take a knee there when they go visit the Atlanta Falcons. They don't take a knee when they go visit the Houston Texans. They don't take a knee when they go visit the Detroit Lions. They don't take a knee when they go visit the Cleveland Browns or the Baltimore Ravens or whoever. They don't take knees in Indianapolis where black people are getting killed by black people every single day. And let me tell you something, folks, when that team flies in over the weekend and do their practices, come Sunday morning, let me tell you what those NFL black, whiny, multimillionaire babies, woe is me, Black Lives Matter princesses have to say if you put a gun to their head and ask them, name me the black dude who was killed last night in the hood of the city where you're about to play a football game, killed by another brother. Shh. Name him. Because if you can, I'm going to blow your brains out. You'd have to kill them all. But they won't take a knee for that. They won't take a knee for all the ills that are going on in black society. The fatherless children. The kids that are that are born out of wedlock in unbelievably and quite frankly disturbing numbers. They won't take a knee for the number of children who are not being educated but being indoctrinated. They certainly won't take a knee for the number of black kids being killed in the womb by that racist organization known as Planned Parenthood. They won't take a knee for crime. They won't take a knee for the number of black businesses that are never going to get started because nobody's challenging these people to do something good in the neighborhood. They won't take a knee for the crappy schools. They won't take a knee for the crappy government that every one of these stupid blacks votes for in every one of these urban indoctrination centers that are run by Democrats They won't take a knee for that. They won't take a knee for the outcome that Barack Obama promised in these inner cities that have left these kids without dreams, while he worries about the dreamers that are over here illegally. They won't take a knee for that. Yeah, let's talk about what you want to take a knee for, you bunch of poverty pimps, multimillionaires. And they go overseas, and you know what they do? They represent us over there too. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at us. We're representing black folks. We're representing America. Let me tell you something. There's not a country they could visit where if they said, I tell you what, you want to stay here, I'll replace you. I'll take your salary for a day and I'll go become an American. Name me one country where every one of those punks wouldn't be left behind. Because I know in London, or wherever they played over in, I think it was London, there are people lined up to take their jobs. And God forbid they go to Africa or Central America or somewhere like that. Somebody would look at them and say, you make how much? You work this much of the year and you make this much. You spend the rest of the time chiseling your body, becoming, a godlike, training to be a pseudo warrior on the gridiron, and you got the nerve to talk about your country? Please, excuse me while I go pick up 5 gallons of water and carry it back on my head so I can boil it in order to have potable drinking water for the next few days. Man, these people are crazy. And see, what I love about this is we are showcasing their level of crazy every single day. And it took Donald Trump to do it. Took Donald Trump to bring it to the fore. Everybody else wants to forget about it. They see it's the NFL, it's a sport. Well, let them play. Look at ESPN today and tell me you're watching a sports program versus a political program. Just watch it any day of the week. It's all politics, folks. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner a little bit later. I got to talk to you about the real outcome of the NFL. I touched on it on Cavuto if you saw the clip. It was truly one of my best interviews. I loved that interview. If I could finally get a word in edgewise here. But yeah, guys, the world is changing back, and you're being a part of it, and you're watching a genius do it. You're watching I don't know whether Trump's doing this knowingly or unknowingly, but the outcome is still the same. It's genius.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.